Hello, thank you. Hello, this is Colton, and I'm co-founder of Recycled Heart Records. Um, Recycled Heart Records released in May our first release of Fighting Suicide, and then in August we released With Love and the mixtape, and in September 1st we released Inner Strength mixtape, and right now they're at least in CDs and digital. We're making cassettes of With Love, and we will have cassettes of Inner Strength. Right now we just have cassettes of Fighting Suicide. All three are comps, and money goes towards the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So that's kind of cool. This is just kind of a video just to kind of show you what we actually do, like how we make our stuff. This first one is just to really show you around, I guess, our studios. It's really just my apartment, but whatever. I mean, baby steps, I suppose. Whatever. So I wanted to show you just kind of what we do, where we are, and yeah, we'll go from there. So it's kind of cool. Okay. So I'll take you around. The music in the background is from our comps too. It's kind of cool. And right here's our computer. This is the computer where most of Recycled Heart Records takes place. It's not really the most fanciest, but it's kind of. Oh, yep, I can. So this is Recycled Heart Records' Facebook page, and that's where most of it takes place. We also have a website. We have building the website right here. We actually are called. I'm naming the videos right now Recycled Heart Radio, even though we're not radio, because we're Recycled Heart Records, and then our blog is called Recycled Heart Reads because you're reading it. And then when we release our art, which will be probably later on tonight, will be Recycled Heart Art. So it's all RHR. So Recycled Hearts Records, that has Recycled Heart Reads, that has Recycled Heart Arts, and I need something for the videos, so Recycled Heart Radio. We're kind of like maybe a video radio. I don't know, but whatever. It depends on how well these are done. But right there is that. We also have our band camps, R2, and then that is not released yet, but it will be pre-ordered soon, but it's not actually up yet. And that's not the complete art. That's not the artwork we're going to be using for it, that picture. But you can be our band camp for $2 each right now, and $1 goes to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So that's kind of cool. Other than that, we have our email. Right now we're using Store Envy, but that will probably change later on tonight. We're looking into Inner Strength. We're looking into limitedrun.com stores. So that'll probably change. And then that is our YouTube. So anyway, I want to kind of show you the things. Excuse the mess. But this is, so I guess I'll show you the process of what we do. We go in and we print off, I'll show you how we made With Love. So right here's our With Love CD. And it has in it a CD, a business card kind of thing, and then it's a pamphlet. These are all the bands of it, and then if you notice, the CD and the Bandcamp actually has a couple of extra tracks. So there actually is 16 different bands, and then that's actually an old CD cover. I'm gonna change that out. But there's 16 different bands and then 19 different songs if you actually purchase it. So that's kind of cool. I'm not gonna be able to get that in right now. But anyway, what we do first is we have to first make this stuff. We use right now, we're really making it on Microsoft Word, but we use regular paper for the backs of it, and then that is the back of the CD case. and we had to cut it out. And then this is the other part of this, the front part of the CD, so behind the CD itself. And we had to cut that out. And then our actually cover for the CD is actually on 100% recycled cardstock, so that's kind of cool. And also that's how we make business cards, with the leftover of that. And then when we cut it up, we don't just throw away the paper. I actually give it to my rabbit who's over there, and it allows him to chew up and, you know, do something. So right now we're using the Staples CD kit. It's not the best, so once we run out of that, we're gonna buy stuff online. But really, we just kind of use the computer, and we just you know, put it under the thing, then used a CD label and put it on the CD, and then that's it of that. And that's our little, like, that is our art area of different things. So it has coloring things that because why not? It has some of Samantha's artwork, and that actually will be a part of Recycle Heart art soon when it's released. And then this picture I wanted to show you guys, because this picture, well, it's not the original copy, is something very important to Recycle Heart Records, and it's actually right now on it will be on all three of the back of the CD cases, because it is our first artwork, and really it kicked off the night when we did Recycle Heart Records. It was a day in March, and we were just still throwing on the idea. And I actually took it to the Defend Pop Punk group before we actually released, like before we actually even realized that we could do anything. And asked, you know, if anyone wanted to be a part of the comp. And I'm pretty sure the only person of that night that signed up was I think B-Fame, which is B-Fame in our first release. But my fiance and co-owner created this artwork for us, and it says a cassette label in 2018. We couldn't think of anything to say, so we just fucking go with it. And it says at the bottom, reduce, reuse, rewind, revolt. And it's kind of like trash can with hearts and a cassette coming out of it, so it's kind of cool. It just was it's really one of, like, you know, the very first night that we had it, it came. So on to something else. This is right now our stock of different CDs. So these ones are all finished. So this is our Fighting Suicide CD that came out in June. There's 12 different bands, 13 different songs, because there's a bonus song on it if you get the CD or cassette. And then this is actually kind of cool, because this is our prototype of it. It's on the black case, and it's got, you know, it has its faults, but we were learning at the time. It's not really for sale, it's just kind of for show. And then this is our Recycled Heart. This is our With Love mixtape that came out in August. So that's that. And then we also have some that, you know, are partly done. And that's also just the rest of my CD collections. I'd like to shout out to Pollyanna Publishing, who had us at an event in July. They had us in the release party, and we actually we may be in one of their publications soon, so that's kind of cool. I also wanted to show you this cassette rack, because this cassette rack was when we before that day in March, and what really got me into the records, this record label, is doing I was driving to pick up my fiance from work, and I stopped by this garage sale, and when I got out, the guy, like, there was this whole thing was filled with cassettes, and the guy was like, I only had change in my pocket, but the guy was like, $2 and you can take the whole thing. So I bought it, and a lot of the cassettes became our first release of Fighting Suicide. So a lot of those cassettes and CD cases and such are all that, you know, that's right there and right there. And these other ones are actually just my personal collection. I would like to give a shout out to Fairgrounds Llama Mar from Flesh and Bone Records, because that's actually my first cassette that I bought. So I want to give a shout out to them that, because that got me into cassettes. So then once we make a cassette or make a CD, this is our handy dandy little stereo that we tested it on. I got it from the pawn shop. It plays cassettes. So if you're ever like, oh, I'd love to play cassettes, but I don't have a cassette player. You know, where do I find a cassette player? Pawn shops, 20 bucks. I got that thing. So it actually works really well too. So I wanted to show you where we actually record our I'm going to take you to the bedroom where we actually record our cassettes. Is in this bad boy. You can't really see them because the lights are off, but you know, just kind of take you in. And also I wanted to shout out to Spider-Man, because we have one of those Comic-Con posters. We actually have so many of those. We took like 50 of them. So like, if you ever need one, we have them. And I'd like to give a shout out to this rabbit right here for being pretty damn awesome. He's, you know, he eats the leftover paper. Well, he doesn't eat it, because that would be bad, but he chews it up and throws it around. So that's his kind of his play toy and such. Hi there, buddy. His name is Bear in Practice. He's in some of our posts and pictures, and our Real Friends flag. We also have a Flag on Fire poster. But I think that will pretty much end our first segment of showing you guys around. I'd actually like to show you making one and such soon, but that was just an overview of, you know, where we how we do our you know, our small little studios that we do stuff in. Our studio, it's actually like a 2-bedroom apartment, but you know, whatever. And yeah, so that's something. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you next time. Keep killing it.